Good morning, good afternoon. I wanted to make this video because, we're speaking up about so many things that aren't right, and where people are getting caught up in sides or what's wrong about what this person said, or what's wrong about how this statement happened, or this protest, or this whatever. And it really made me think there's so many things going on in the world right now that are just like atrocious, like what's going on in Yemen, a civil war that's been going on for a while, and you have millions of people on the verge of starvation and hunger, and it's heartbreaking because I have a significant amount of love for the country of Yemen, for my Yemenite folks. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this is not being talked about. This is not even being discussed. We have what's going on in China with Muslims being detained and put in like detention camps, and sort of, and though they say it's voluntary, it doesn't seem like that really holds true. And I was just thinking, like, who says that, like, Jews and Muslims are at war with each other? Who says that if there's an atrocity happening to people of a different faith, that I should be okay with that, or I should just be focused on the challenges happening to me? Who's to say that because someone comes from a certain culture that they can't empathize and have righteous indignation for the rights of others? Because to me, that's the only way even to really judge if one is sincere. And for sure, that's the only way to have one's mission accomplished. If you're dedicated to it, you're dedicated to it. It's like in sports, if you have a guy that's not concerned about the team winning the game, he just wants to get points for himself. Well, that guy's not a team player, and ultimately that guy will like not be successful, and likely people won't want him on the team. Right now in the world, there's so much stuff going on, and as opposed to everyone figuring out what's wrong with what people are saying, why don't we take this moment to really speak up for those that need help? Because once you get in that spirit of help and of doing, like, the rest becomes pretty simple and easy. You're not concerned about nitpicking it, this or that, because there's so much to be done, and there's so many people that need help. There's so many people that need people to speak up for them, and it sort of, it just sort of hurts me. And today I was just thinking about it, like, enough is enough, yo. Enough of acting like you can only advocate for one set of issues. You can only be concerned about the issues that impact you. And then over the rest of your time, you should use it pointing out or picking at, other people, to further strengthen your issues or further validate your issues, or to make another group. Like, why not take that energy and let's really try to change the world and positively make sure that everyone is okay? There's so much ridiculous things going on. And I just mentioned two because I was just doing a little research on them today. But it's like, can we do that? Can we put aside all the trivial sort of backfighting and backbiting about, like, oh, African Americans and Jews, or Jews and Muslims, or whatever? And it's like, let's just let right be right. Let's let fairness be fair. Let's let looking out for those that are in vulnerable positions become the norm, and let's lead with that type of love and accountability for self, and not just get so caught up in this, like, a more of a negative energy. It's tiring and it's exhausting. It's really heartbreaking, man. And I really hope that we can kind of go to a different place as a society. Like what's going on in China with Muslims. Like, I'm not a Muslim, you know, like, but so I'm okay with that. I should be okay. Like, yeah, China's enslaving, millions of Muslims. Like, that's okay. The people that are about to starve to death potentially in Yemen, some of those are Jews. A lot of them aren't. Should I be like, oh yeah, just get the few Jews out of there, and then no, like, this is wrong. This is wrong. And since when did we come to a place where wrong is dissected and sort of segmented into, like, well, I'd really prefer, this slice of the wrong to be right, and then everything else, no issue. Well, I don't think you're gonna be able to get things solved or resolved from that type of approach. You either got food for everybody or no one's eating. That's how I was raised. If you got food, we're dividing it amongst everyone who's here. If you got energy to speak up and fight for people's rights, then we're fighting for all the rights of those that need. Now, we can say prioritization, or certainly there's different timing and different places for certain things to be articulated, but I don't know, man. There's so much stuff that's not being paid attention to, and people seem like they're being manipulated to just going further and further down wormholes that are not like the bigger picture and are not progressive in terms of, you know, in terms of changing the energy and the environment of the world. So I apologize for this long rant, but human rights for humans, right?